it feels to me like Arsenal are more equipped, especially than my team, Liverpool, to win the Premier League this season the way it's going.
And defensively, they are just so strong. We're tracking Arsenal this season against some of the best numbers that we've ever seen defensively in the Premier League. And this is not a slight on Arsenal, is it, or Mikel Arteta? This is a serious superpower.
Yeah, no, I think it should be seen as a compliment, because it's not all they do. For me, Mikel they need to win something. For something, of course they do. But for me, as a coach watching on, the time he's had there, he's built almost a complete machine. The culture and how humble they are, how they work back. They don't carry anybody ever. They're unbelievable at pressing high. The two centre-backs and the goalkeeper are unbelievable at keeping clean sheets. They're unbelievable at defending set pieces, unbelievable at attacking set pieces. If you go there and you try and play them, they can play you off the park. So I think Mikel he's took bits of Pep. He's watched what else is important to football teams, and he's managed to stay ahead of the game. Like, he's seen set pieces coming. He's got long throws. He's not like a snob. And, you know, like, Pep has dominated football with tactical intelligence and playing fantastic stuff. But this Arsenal team can do everything. They can do everything, and maybe go a little bit early and they fall away and everyone will laugh at these comments. But for me, he's built a real machine there that he's going to take some stopping this season.
I said a few weeks ago, and I won't change my mind on it, if Arsenal are going to win the league, it won't be Gyökeres coming in and making the difference. That was the big thing at the start of the season. They need this guy up front to score the goals. I never believed that. They will win the league by the back four, mainly the two centre-backs, the goalkeeper, and maybe Declan Rice in front. And when we look at those numbers, obviously Manchester City are on there, Chelsea 2004-05 as well, but that's what it reminds me of. And I keep always saying this, even last season, I feel like it's a Jose Mourinho type of team, and people feel like, or certainly Arsenal fans, it's a criticism. It's not. It's not. Jose's team are at the top, and I played against that team a lot, and you very rarely felt you could score a goal in the game, and that's where I'm at with Arsenal now. I very rarely think they can concede a goal.
So if it continues like this, and of course, you know, there's so much football to be played and a lot can happen, but 3 goals conceded from 8 games would track to 14 across the season, which would even beat that Jose Mourinho side. Just pointing out, though, the second on that list is perhaps a warning from history that Arsenal fans of a certain vintage will certainly be familiar with. You can concede 17 goals and still not win the title.
No, but yeah, they missed out on that. But when you think of when you think of Arsenal in the Premier League, you think of Arsene Wenger. But when you think of the history of Arsenal, George Graham's a massive part of that. And maybe Mikel Arteta's team is probably more aligned with that than maybe an Arsene Wenger type of team. And the George Graham team had a famous back four. I think if Arsenal are going to get the success this season, maybe in years to come as well, I think the back four that they've got now will be talked about along the same lines as sort of, you know, Lee Dixon, Steve Bold, Tony Adams and Nigel Winterburn, the famous back four, because I think what we're seeing now defensively from Arsenal is the reason why I think probably in most people's eyes they've got a great chance of winning the league title this season.
They won the league in 1991, conceding 18 goals.
Yes.
George Graham.
That's the team I'm talking about.
Yeah, there you go. There's a bit of extra fluff for you. And the back four that he's talking about now, when you've got Calafiori, I think a lot of people were thinking maybe Lewis Skelly will continue in that position with Jurrien Timber. Is this a sort of modern trend that maybe Pep Guardiola started with 4 players who could perhaps play at centre-half across your back four?
Yeah, no, I think so. I think size is important. I think you see a lot of teams now, and you know, set pieces, long throw-ins, direct play. There's a lot to be said for size. I think the main thing for Arsenal, I think they've fallen short the last few years on a lack of depth. I think they would have won the league 2 years ago. I think, was it Gabriel or Saliba got injured and they had to replace him with Rob Holding, I think, for the run-in.
And I think it was Kivior last season as well at times, or the year before.
You know, so like, I think, and they addressed that this summer, and it may bring them some problems with team selection, but you always felt if Saka was out, there was going to be a big drop-off. If Odegaard was out, there was going to be a big drop-off. If Gabriel or Saliba was out. Whereas now, you feel like Saka's out, Madueke will come in. Odegaard's out, Eze will play. So they've just seemed to have covered all bases this year, and I think they'll be the team to beat. I think they'll push everyone very, very hard this year.
Sorry, Dave, it wasn't Pep Guardiola who started off playing 4 centre-backs. It was Gerard Houllier in 2001. Marcus Babbel, Stefan Encho, Sami Hyypiä, Jamie Carragher at left-back.
There you go. It all comes round, doesn't it?
Yeah.